Hey, so I was reading comments and I saw a good one, and I was like, hey, I can definitely answer and make a video about it. So here we go. Lil String is saying, Dear Kivila, I have a question which may sound stupid and or superstitious, but I have to ask, do you believe in baneful magic, in terms of self-defense? From your point of view, is it possible to banish or even harm somebody who's messing with us? It's a great question. Great topic as well. So, baneful magic, magic in itself, targeting someone, protecting ourselves, and most important thing like self defense. Is it possible? Is it working? And all that. From perspective, the most important thing of it all is what we believe in. Because with our thoughts and what we focus on, we create the reality. And eventually, there's a lot of people who are like, hey, look, I have the best crystals in the world. I have this super awesome silver or gold necklace that you wear all the time and it's gonna cleanse you. Or I have this, little cube embedded with my passion and emotions and energy, and it's just gonna have my energy in it, and one should buy it for $5,000. It's definitely worth it. It's like, no. There's a lot of ways how people can benefit themselves, but again, the most important part is what we believe in, because it can be anything. It can be a little grass you pick up anywhere and destroying it with some thoughts and intentions in it, or it can be your thoughts and no more than any physical items. But it's like, you know we have, let's say, Christian Catholic traditions where you go with the water, and let's say on Easter, people, I know, like my family, like they're more of a Christians, so they have their little traditions where they have the sort of like holy water, and like everyone's before food, they're like, okay, Jesus, and then they're gonna like get that water on you and all the stuff. So there's like a lot of things, but there's also like a belief like, oh, okay, we're gonna cleanse this house and have the holy water, and it's gonna keep the spirits away. And I know, like, I saw my family do it, I saw my relatives and others do it, and they like walk with that like holy or like candle that was in whatever the hell. But they're just walking around the house and like, okay, it is gonna work, and they have some thing they want to say about it. But the most important part is that people who do it and believe in what they do, it's working. It's gonna work for them. And all of a sudden, if it's just like, okay, writing a thing on your door or whatever, or going through with the sage or some other things, because they believe in it. Let's say you read about it, like, oh yeah, so many people are winning, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And you're really passionate about it. You go with it. You believe that this is gonna work, but you tune into the reality where it's working because of what you focus on. So, like a lot of people who choose any kind of process to, let's say, cleanse the house and keep the spirits away and protect themselves, and they're gonna go out and meet someone, and they're wearing their charms and other things, or stuff with protection. Like, I know, like in like Lithuania, or like with our traditions, we even have like holy bread, and basically there's like a little dry bread piece that's holy, and you keep it with you, like it's in your wallet, it's in your pocket, and you go somewhere, it's like it's in your car, and it's just like, hey, it saves you away from incidents. It's just like not gonna get on fire and all this stuff, and like just people just go with it, but they never have issues. And sometimes they're like, oh my god, I lost the thing, I don't have it, and they get in the issue because they were afraid that, like, oh, they don't have the thing that protects them anymore, and all of a sudden it goes sideways. And that's like little things that I saw people around me do a lot and experience all that. But eventually, it doesn't matter what kind of method you choose from my perspective, because it's all about your beliefs. For example, I might have entities in my space and other things, or you might have like some weirdest dream. Like, one of the things I do, if I ever have an experience throughout the night that is like really harsh, like maybe some raping or some other stuff that happens, where I'm like, I just wake up and I don't want that to happen. Or like, let's say you see someone you love die and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, like, how do I deal with that? And so, like, I would just go like, okay, I just woke up, I go up to the sink, I wash off like my face, and basically I have this command, like everything I've just experienced, like whether like it was a dream or not, I'm just gonna wash it off with water, and it's gone. And no more worries. Like, all of a sudden, feels like all that weight just left me in an instant. And like taking showers or using water like to just clean yourself and all this stuff. It's just like everyone can choose a way that works for them. Like, some people are like, okay, they are going through really hard stuff, and you can choose any kind of magic or any kind of thing you want to call it. Some people are actually going for white magic, black magic, and all the other stuff. And really, it doesn't matter the method as long as you're working on, you know, helping yourself. And usually I'm going with try not to cause harm to others. It's like uh, I'm more into I'm gonna protect myself, but I'll make sure like I don't really fuck with others or I don't like make it worse for them, or at least I try to. So that's like my point of view. Another thing, like there's just like tons of ways, and some people, like you focus on someone really harming you. Like for example, you have constantly someone entering your dreams and adjusting them, like hijacking your dream states, your astral, your ubis, and you're just being messed with. Like you hear phrases and people telling you like you're bad, you can't have it, that person's not gonna love you, they're gonna torture you, and you have someone constantly messing with your beliefs. And usually, like you might work with removing entities, removing implants and other things, and it just keeps on happening. And later on you find out like, oh, there's a love triangle, there's a person I like or love, and there's the other person who is like the third party. They're getting in the way. They have the person you like, or like have their attention, have their approval, have their acknowledgement and all this stuff, and that person hates you, and they're gonna do everything to mess with you. They're gonna suck off your energy. They're gonna like basically take part of your life that's successful and make it for them while you get their hard stuff. And it's like really messing with timeless and other things and realities, and you're the victim. So like even then it's like it is okay to do whatever you can to protect yourself. And it's like, even if it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this magic thing where I just take off the cloaking they put on me and I'm gonna remove it, I no longer need it, it's not mine. And whatever was taken off from me, you focus on taking it back, receiving, clearing it off and all this stuff. And there's like lots of ways to go about it. So like eventually the most important part is that you take care of yourself. Like over here on earth, from my beliefs, there's nothing more important than that. Like being good to others, being kind is good as long as you put yourself first. Because being a victim and being trashed and like feeling like shit and trying to take care of others is just not going to work that much. So with all that, it's like as long as you can deal with the third parties or anyone messing with you, and there's tons of ways you choose, there's it's going to work. But at the same time, some people are like, oh, okay, so Aquila says this, and so like whatever my method is, like for example, that person is messing with me, so I'm gonna use a voodoo doll on them and let's see what happens. And so with the voodoo doll, or like let's say you use black magic to protect yourself, or like whatever you want to call it, or you've heard that, okay, if I use this, there's gonna be consequences. I am bad. And a lot of your beliefs will play the part of what kind of reality you receive. For example, you're going to protect yourself using voodoo doll, but at the same time, you believe that black magic is bad, that using voodoo doll is bad, and if you harm someone, there's karma and you're going to be attacked back. But you're like, well, yeah, so there's that, but like from now on, what I will do is going to protect myself, and that's it. It's going to end over there. But that's not how it works. One thought doesn't all of a sudden remove the programming you've had throughout the years and everything you believed in. So now you have both of your beliefs mixed in. And you have the intention, originally you wanted to protect yourself, but there were underlying beliefs over there that eventually take place. And all of a sudden you use things to protect yourself, but it backfires because of your old beliefs, because they're still somewhat present, because you still question yourself like, oh, did I do the right thing? What if? And all those questions, all those doubts, everything else you believed in before, and still at some point, it's valid. And that is going to be in your present reality, where the results you're going to be protected, but you're going to get attacked. You're going to get the consequences. So it's like, it's very important to choose a method where you can protect yourself, doing things that will not get into your beliefs that you're going to be harmed, that you're going to lose, that you're going to be bad, wrong, guilty, and all this stuff. It's like choose a method where you like, it's like self-defense. You're going to protect yourself, but no one really gets harmed on any big level, and you yourself feel good about what you're doing. For example, I did that bars party thing the other day, and it was like all over the place. I was ranting, I was expressing myself, I was addressing different aspects I have, entities in my space, all this stuff. And it's like, it's a bit like, hey, it's not the best part of me, but I was doing and I was being myself. And I felt really good after I did that. I didn't feel like I harmed anyone. I didn't feel like I did anything bad. It's like, hey, I just did that to help myself, to clear it off my plate, and I'm good. So there's like, lots of ways to choose how to go about it. And, sort of like using magic, any kind of things you want to do, crystals, sage, eventually, no matter of method for self-protection, for banishing the entities, for stopping any, attacks, the most important part is what you believe in. Because if you've tried a lot of methods, but you have kind of like it failed, it didn't really get the results you wanted, eventually there are beliefs that will say it's not working and you need to find a new way. And you find a new way, it maybe works once or twice, but then it sort of comes back to same old stuff. And literally, we believe like, oh, it doesn't work, that doesn't change, I'm this and that and that. And eventually, we either give up or something else happens. So it's really important to be strong in your beliefs and believe in what you're doing. Because, like, for some, even like, it's like placebo effect. Some people might be sick and they take the pill that's completely empty or have sugar in it, and boom, they no longer have flu or whatever. But some people get like, oh, it's just not gonna work, and they take it and nothing happens. So everything is the same way with our beliefs. It doesn't matter of the method you choose, but the most important part is how much you believe about it and how strong it is. So that'd be my take on it. It's all about your beliefs. It doesn't matter of the methods. Hope it helps. Bye.